This is an interesting session that you will enjoy doing it with your little ones. Uh, it looks like magic to them when you do this, and I thoroughly enjoy doing it with the children because they say, "Oh my God, ma'am, you're a magician." That's the reaction that you generally get. So try this with your children. Give them a sheet of paper and ask them to draw whatever they may like flowers, fish. I say draw as many as possible. So I would give them different colored pens, some fluorescent pens, etc., and give it to them and let them start their own creativity. So I have drawn a few of the fish. So remember, I said use different colors, so I've just drawn a lot of them. So how many of these fish do we have? So we have almost about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have about a dozen fish here, right? So now the magic is, ask the children, are you sure there are 12? And in fact, you can even ask them to count, how many of them are red, how many of them are brown, etc. So the counting revision also happens there. And then give the gelatin paper. This is the gelatin paper which you get in the stationery shops. So give it to them and say, okay, now let's see, you had 12 of those drawings that you had. So now I'm just going to do something and say abracadabra, abracadabra, and here. How many of the fish do you have now? So the children will be amazed. They will say, oh my God, I can only see about 2 or 4. I think maybe 5. Oh, if I look closely, I think I can see 5. So these are the things that they would come up to in terms of where did the other fish vanish? So that's a question. So I folded the gelatin paper into two. So now say, okay, I'm going to remove one portion of it and let's see how many of the fish do we have right now. Allow them to experiment. As I told you, science is all about, experimentation, observation, and coming up with a hypothesis. And then say, how many of the fish do you see? Do you see more number of fish now compared to what we saw earlier? And what are those fish which are vanishing? What color are they? Are they something which are blue in color, or are they the ones which are pink in color, or are they the ones which are orange in color? And then talk to them about how the light travels through this piece of paper and everything that is there behind turns into red. So already things which are light red, or rather the orangish or the pinkish shades, are the ones which vanish, and the others which are maybe the blue or the dark brown, etc., still remain. So it is the merging of the colors that is basically happening because of the red background merging with what is already there in terms of your orange or the light pink or the light red background. The fish vanish, whereas a blue or a dark brown or a black are the ones which will still remain and you will be able to see them. This is magic, but there is a lot of science to it too. Try this with your children and do share the feedback in the comment section.